hit it. All right. Aaron, I love that new intro, man. That one hits. That is Allborn that was nice enough to hit us up and let us use that intro music. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome. I like it.
This is the CAMO Convoy Podcast, where we talk all things overland, off-road, and the great outdoors. Now, tonight, we've got a special guest on the show. And if you spent any time in the hollers of Appalachia, you already know him. Some say he sends his wife Onyx GPX files that lead to the bedroom, and that 37s are a fine choice for a reasonable daily driver. Oh, we know. He's Jed Smith of Backroads of Appalachia.
Hey, 37s are a fine choice for a daily driver because I drive a daily driver on 37s.
I know. I just saw the Ram and I thought, man, that looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, the trucks nowadays they just look better with 37s. They just have big wheel wells and stuff. It just makes sense.
I agree. Yeah. I stuff them in there.
Dude, if it were up to me, I'd have 40s on it. But I got to be reasonable here.
Well, listen, before we get into Backroads of Appalachia and the rally events, which I'm sure everybody wants to hear about, can we spend a few minutes and hear about Jed? Because sure. Jed, all I know about you is motorsports, really. So before Backroads, what was young Jed? If you were writing your early life Wikipedia page, what's it say?
So I was born in Manassas, Virginia. When I was a year old, my parents moved me back here to West Virginia to grow up. So I grew up in Monroe County, which is a no stoplight county in southern West Virginia. Very rural, very agriculture based, a lot of logging. No mining really in Monroe County, but really heavy on agriculture. Went to school, graduated 2012 from James Monroe, and I think I had 144 in my class when I graduated. In between my junior and senior year of high school, I actually joined the military and went to basic training. I was in the Army and came back to my senior year. And then after my senior year, I went and did my job training. So I was an engineer, so ran heavy equipment, bridges, roads, that kind of stuff. Got out. I was in the Guard, so had the opportunity to go to school while I was in the military and also work. So was very busy at a young age. I've always been a busy guy, like always trying to find stuff to get into, whether it be playing in the woods or working.
Yeah.
I've always been actually a big firearms enthusiast. Ever since a young age, I've shot competitively and actually taught professionally. Actually beginning at the age of 18 in the resort industry. I worked at the Greenbrier and the Homestead Resort, teaching shotgun sports and shooting sports.
Wow.
Right when I got out of the Guard, I was medically discharged due to some injuries that I'd sustained. And I was like, man, I want to learn how to build guns. So I actually went and learned how to become an armorer. I was an armorer for a while, did Cerakote, shooting instructor, taught a lot of defensive handgun courses and carbine courses. And then that was like 2018. I was going to school and working, and was going to school actually for mechatronics. It's kind of like a hybrid of mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. And about that time, I was dating my now wife, and I decided that it was a great idea to have a child while I was in college, and we were in a long distance relationship, so I had to pick one. Either be a dad and be there for my kid, or finish out college and try to raise a family long distance, or move her and whatnot to Roanoke, Virginia. And I was like, what? I think I want to go back home. I've had enough of this, and I am so glad I made that choice because as soon as I got home, I say home because I grew up here in West Virginia.
Yeah.
My first order of business was I want to find a motorcycle and find a Jeep. Because growing up, my dad, he had a small business that ran heavy equipment and stuff, and I always had access to a Bobcat or a tractor, and other pieces of equipment to move dirt with. So grew up around riding motocross and off-roading with my parents, and Like my mom honestly was really the person that kind of got me into off-road. My dad also did it too, but I was around it, I did mud racing as a kid. Actually, we had a Jeep and did mud bogs and stuff. But I was a little bit of a redneck back then, so I guess I still am, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, listen, it comes with the territory, I think, of being born into the hills.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I grew up riding motorcycles and motorcycles and ATVs and stuff. And anyway, came back and was like, man, I need to find a Jeep. And I was kind of getting out of the shooting industry. I'd pretty much it consumed my life for like five plus years. And I was like, I'm gonna sell a few guns. And I bought an old crappy white Jeep Cherokee XJ, just completely stock. It was actually a former government unit.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was a Forest Service unit or something. It was like the most basic XJ you could ever find. I wish I never would have sold it, even though it had like 400,000 miles on it when I got rid of it. Anyway, beat the crap out of that thing. Complete stock, actually. Never even lifted it or anything. And ended up selling it and got another XJ. It was already built, kind of, and did some stuff to it. And it's about 2020, is during the pandemic, when I got that second XJ. And I've always loved like sharing outdoors with people and teaching about various things, since my firearms instructing background and stuff, and really enjoy just taking people out and showing them what fun is, And
yes,
it's like, let's start doing some guided tours. So I started doing some like an invitation type stuff, like, hey, let's get some people together and take them out, kind of like what you're doing, Nick, with Camo, and let's just get together and have fun. And so that summer, it was like summer of the pandemic. Started doing that a bunch, and then ended up going back to work, and like just kind of kept doing that on the side. Like people would hit me up, like, "Hey, take us out," and I'd do that, and I built a following, and that's kind of how my boss found me, is through the internet. It's it is good for things sometimes.
Yeah.
So Eric, he called me. The executive director, Eric Hubbard, he called me summer of 2022, late summer 2022. And at that point, I was actually working full time in the media and marketing industry, selling advertising. And he's like, "Hey man, you don't know me, I don't really know you, but I see what you're doing on the internet, and I like it, and I think there might be an opportunity coming up here in West Virginia that you might be interested in." And for a while, I thought it was too good to be true. I was like, "There's no way." Like, this
sounds pretty.
Some dude, I don't even know this guy. Like, and I started looking it up and digging into it, and like, got into the whole like doing research on nonprofits and like the work that Backroads was doing at that point. And mind you, too, Backroads actually got started in 2020 as well. So it's kind of funny. I started my thing in 2020, and Eric started his thing in 2020.
Okay.
And
cool. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So Backroads started literally in the middle of the pandemic.
Really? I did not know that.
It's perfect timing, because like people want to go out and ride their motorcycle, their sports car, because that's kind of how we got started. It was really focused on like Harleys and sports bikes and sports cars and Porsches, that kind of stuff. The off-road thing wasn't really until later on when I came around.
Yeah.
But so anyway, go back to he kept calling me about every couple of weeks. He'd call me and we'd talk for about an hour or two, and finally I was like, all right, I'll say yes, but I still don't believe you. So anyway, we were fortunate enough to get a budget allocation from the state of West Virginia for the FY 23 to 24, and which paid me a salary and stuff like that, so I could come on board and feed my family and feed myself. And so we started. And Eric basically just told me at the very beginning, he's like, "Look, keep doing what you're doing, but let me coach you a little bit, and whatever idea that's reasonable and won't get people killed, let's do that, So and about that same time, I met my friend Sean Emery. So he he's the Wild Man Gambler 500 guy, and we had been talking about like Camel Trophy. We were just obsessed with it. Like that's all we talked about was Camel Trophy and Dakar and Baja 1000 and like all this stuff, right? And about the same time that Eric had reached out to me, that spring, I think spring of 22, I believe, or maybe it was spring of 23. I did an endurance thing myself. At that point I actually had a Grand Cherokee Jeep, and it was like my first ever taste of what this could feel like from an endurance, probably a race standpoint, but how far can you go in X amount of time, basically.
Right.
And Sean and I jokingly was like, "Oh, you can't do that. There's no way."
I'm interested to hear this part because I remember when the original event was pitched, in my circle of folks, I said, that sounds amazing, but like, there's no shot. Like, how's this going to get cleared? Like, you're going to get side-by-side guys mixed in with four-wheel drive guys. Like, that can't work. How could that work? And I was like, well, I don't know. And I totally, I bitched out actually of competing. I volunteered.
You volunteered?
Well, I'll volunteer. I volunteer. And I was just like, oh man, like I got a wife, a kid, I think maybe 2 kids at the time. Like, if this gets into trouble, like, I don't know. And as soon as I got there and I saw like, oh, this is like really legit, my FOMO was so bad. And like, I didn't really know you that well at the time. And I was almost like, can I compete? Can I just do it anyway?
Yeah. I was like, no, Nick, I need your help.
Yeah.
So anyway, kind of going back to the origin thing, like, I just, Sean and I always rag at each other on, like, he comes up with a lot of ideas, I do too, and we always kind of meet in the middle. He's the one that's like really far left field, and I'm kind of like really far right. We kind of always bring each other in a little bit, like, hey, like, okay, let's dial it back just a tad here, make it a little bit more reasonable. Yeah. But that dude's a wild man. I love him to death. But anyway, right as I got started with Backroads, Sean and I have been keep ideating this whole rally thing. How do we do this? How do we do this to where it's attainable for everybody? Because like at the end of the day, for me, I just want people to have fun with the stuff that they have already. Like, I want you to be able to go and do this thing and not have to buy some crazy, stuff to be competitive and participate. And I was like, well, let's just do it. Regular old street vehicles that everybody already owns, and we already have guy on our phone. Like, we got everything we need. We just got to go do it,
Just do it.
And so we mapped out. We took about 3 or 4 weeks and really like started driving these sections and actually checking our time hacks and everything. And whenever we set out to do this, we're like, we're only stopping for fuel and to pee and poop, and that's it. And even at that point, somebody jokingly said condom catheter. I was like, no, that ain't that serious, okay? But anyway, it started like we started realizing like, holy crap, like if you just keep moving at a good pace, not dangerous, like this stuff is doable,
Yeah.
You can cover a lot of distance as long as you're averaging at 25 mile an hour, dude, you're freaking moving. But then we looked at each other at the end of it, we're like, this is real. Like we could actually do this, and this is doable by everyone, And so I called my boss. I was like, I want to do this. This is how we're going to do it. I wrote like a big operations order, 6-pager deal, and he read it. It took like a day or two, and like let our attorney go over it, and make sure not setting ourselves up.
Of course, yeah.
And at the very end of it, because I didn't even at first I was like, do we charge for it? Do we, what do we do? Because like I want to do something good with this, And I happened to meet a friend of mine's wife at the time, and she worked for Children's Home Society, which is our benefactor for the first rally, always will be forever. And we started talking, and I told her, I was like, I have this idea, and like, would you guys want to be a part of it? Could we work with y'all? And they were like, they just fell on the floor. They thought it was the craziest thing. And they're like, heck yeah, like say less,
Yeah.
They're like, we're a broke nonprofit too. Like, we need your help. And so yeah, and then like one of the last things that like was absolutely just riveting for me was I got to reach out to these counties and let these people know, like, hey, we're coming through, and there's going to be a bunch of us. And so I sent this nice long email. I found the guy at the very top of the emergency managers of the whole state, right? Because like each county has an emergency management team, and then they kind of oversee like police and fire and, search and rescue and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let's start at the very top there to let these people know what we're doing first, just to see what happens. And I sent this email out at like 9 p.m. on a Thursday. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I hit send, and I called Sean. I was like, if they say no, then we're gonna have to cancel this whole thing,
Yeah.
And the very next day, I had an email at 10 a.m. The guy that responded, I'd CC'd like all the county emergency managers, and he was like, "Love your operations plan. Like, you've checked a lot of boxes. Like, this is good stuff." Like, I was like, I started crying. I was like,
"Yeah,
there's no way this dude's saying yes right now, because I'm hearing a lot of yes."
Yeah, I didn't even have to beg yet.
Yeah. And he was like, can we set up a call? He's like, we all want to talk to you, just to fill things out, and so you understand what you're actually doing. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. We got on a call like the next week, and they were like begging me, like, can we come and be a part of it? They're like, because you remember, Nick, whenever we did the first one, like they had the whole emergency management trailer there, and like lights and sirens and like crazy stuff. I was like, this is wild. Like, I didn't realize we'd get this kind of support, But at the end of it, they were like, look, we realize what you're trying to do here is you're trying to do this responsible way. You're letting people know you're doing it. You're not trying to hide it. You're raising money for a good cause, and you're bringing dollars in to these towns that need it. And they're like, we love that. Let's keep doing that. He's like, and they basically just said to me, like, look, anytime you want to do something, just let us know out of respect, and we're probably going to say yes. And if we don't say yes, we're going to say, here's what you need to do, and then say yes. And
good. That's a good segue real quick into what is adventure tourism and what is Backroads of Appalachia doing to capture that and make use of it for really the greater good, for everybody.
Yep. Yeah. So the whole mission for Backroads of Appalachia is to drive economic development through tourism and motorsports. And how we do that is either hosting events ourselves, partnering with other events, helping grow events that already exist. Also, we recruit a lot of businesses to come into Appalachia. Say, for example, under an NDA on a couple things still, but in the next year or so, you're going to see some major manufacturers announce that they're building shops here. Nice. And I'm not to brag, but that is because of the direct work that we're doing.
Oh, I guarantee it. Absolutely.
And so, like, on the surface level, people, they see the events, the drifting, the off-roading, the rally racing, the hill climb racing, the car clubs and stuff. That's like the surface level. But another thing that we do too is like we oversee a school. It's in Everett, Kentucky, and what that school is being used for is kind of like a business incubator, and we helped acquire federal funding and stuff for that school to be able to do those things. We did a TV series called Appalachia's Happiest Places as basically a way to, number one, train women that are in recovery. So using some of the opioid abatement money that came down from the federal government to making sure they're trained, make sure they have the right equipment. And then we made a docu-series that's out on YouTube. And it'll also be going on Tubi and Amazon Prime.
Wow.
In the next, months. So, training people, working with other nonprofits to help build them up as well. We have, like, for example, my boss, he was instrumental in getting the county he resides in, which is one of our counties that we do a lot of our ARA rally in, the Boone Forest Rally. The county itself, they were wanting to build fairgrounds. And we were in need of a service area. So like when you do the stage rally, you have a central area where the rally teams, they set their tractor and trailers up, and then they do the rally, and then they move the next day. Well, the county was like, hey, we're going to build this. We want to build this fairgrounds. Like, would you be interested in helping us with the grant process? And they're like, and Eric's like, well, as long as we can get a service area out of it. And they're like, and then we kind of talked about the rally, and again, bringing in more dollars to the area. Well, if you build it, they will come, so it all works for everybody. So they get a fairground out of it. We get a service area out of it. Everybody's happy. And and that helps that county grow and draw more jobs in and more opportunity. So like, we're very multi-leveled. Like we do a lot of things that people don't even hear about, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, our goal is to help Appalachia and give people reason to come here and stay here and invest their dollars here. And my life's work is I don't ever want my kids to think or to ever get it in their head that they have to leave to make a living or make a life for themselves. Because that's all I heard ever when I was growing up is you got to leave here to make any money. You got to leave here to find any opportunity. And and maybe in some cases, very specialized career fields, maybe. But and the older that I get, I'm like, there is opportunity here. You just have to make it for yourself or work with people or partner with people. The big thing too is like a lot of people have a lot of pride. They don't ever want to ask for help. Well, sometimes you got to ask for help, man. You can't do it by yourself.
Definitely.
So, we do a lot of things. It's not just motorsports.
Yeah.
It's a lot of economic development, a lot of projects like community improvement projects and stuff. So, yeah.
And the economic impact number is not small.
No.
No. It's not a small number.
Well, like this past year, we were right at $100 million. And that's coming from a team of about 20 people. Wow. But again, there's power in collaboration. That's what it boils down to. We're able to do that because we work with other promoters who bring them here. Myself personally, like my dream has always been to bring like a KOH event to the East Coast, King of the Hammers.
Yes.
And just by chance, I was at a thing in DC 2 years ago now, actually. It's crazy to think about that. It's been 2 years now to get here, but I met Dave Cole, one of the founders of King of the Hammers, and I actually had him on a podcast that night with my friends from Dirt Nerds. Yeah. And we talked, and, at the end of it, I gave him a big hug, and I looked him in the eye and said, Dave, what would it take to get you to come here to the East Coast? What would it take? And he was like, let's keep talking. And last year after the March rally that we did, he called me and he was like, hey, we're having this meeting out here in Vegas. I need you to be here. Top 30 people in the world are going to be here. And I was like, did you just say top 30 in the world? I'm like, Dave, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy in West Virginia who likes to play in the dirt. And he was like, that's fine. Yeah. There's 29 other people just like you are going to be in the same room. So anyway, we went out there and had a meeting of a lifetime. And at the end of it, we were talking about, Ultra 4 racing and bringing Ultra 4 and KOH to the East Coast. And after several meetings and a lot of me begging and, hey, we really should do this, telling my boss. And
have you seen Kentucky?
Have you seen Kentucky? Exactly. We went back out and got that dialed in, and now we're doing the Ultra 4 Nationals, the finale in Leatherwood, Kentucky, which is the largest off-road park in Kentucky.
Yeah, and that is going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after going to KOH now and seeing the production that like everybody knows about the racing part, but dude, the vendors and the concerts and the camping and like all the stuff in behind that event is just, it is mind-boggling. And then they put it up in like 2 weeks and then they tear it down in 4 days.
Yeah.
Because that's what the BLM permit states,
Right.
But it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm honored. My boss is honored. Like we're just stoked to be able to even have these conversations with these guys and them
absolutely
even actually do this now. And all of it stemming from some crazy redneck playing in the woods.
Yeah, and it's so cool because it brings in levels, right? Like me, my dream is that.
Yeah.
The life that I live, though, for the foreseeable future, will not lead me there unless there's some really sweet fan of the CAMO Convoy podcast that is like, wow, that guy's such a good driver. He has a golden key. I'm going to put him in $1 million race truck.
Well, we might be able to make that happen, Nick. We'll talk about that offline.
Absolutely. But we have the 24 Hours of Appalachia, which is as close as the layman like me can get to doing it. And even though you're not foot to the floor blasting through stuff, let me tell you something. When the timing girls say go,
it scratches the itch.
It scratches that itch so much. And it is just, I tell everyone, they say, what's it like? And the only thing I can think of is it's as much fun as you can have with your clothes on.
Yeah.
There's just nothing like it. Nothing like that.
Whenever I started ideating this thing with Sean, again, going back, we just want to be able to have regular people that are slightly competitive, get together and drive, have some fun, raise some money for a good cause. And again, just have fun, It's not a race. It's not, it's not a closed course. It's not, going out there and bumping doors of people. It's, hey man, can I get past you on the radio? Not like bumping each now,
right.
Now, to be fair, if you're in front of Andy Anderson and his side by side, he might bump you.
You're probably going to get bumped. Yeah.
But anyway, my dream since I was a boy, I watched was it Dust to Glory or Into the Dust? Dust to Glory, I think. It was a movie about the Baja 1000. And at that point, I was riding motorcycles and being a hoodlum and stuff. And man, I was seeing that, and I was like, that is what I want to do one day. I am going to do that.
Yes.
And ever since then, I spoke that into existence. And again, the 24 hours is a fulfillment of that. I was like, I know I can never afford a T1 trophy truck or 6100 car, or heck, even a side by side for that matter to actually compete in. But by God, we can go out and have a little bit of fun in the woods, and and still behave and do good work, And I grew up playing like MX versus ATV as a kid, and I'm like, trophy trucks and bikes and freaking Class 1 cars. And I was like, we can do that too. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like James Wright, he's always top 5. His playlist for every rally when he rallies on Spotify, it's the MX versus ATV playlist.
Yeah, it probably
while he's riding. I'm like, you're a sicko.
It probably just plays through once and then he's finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he only gets to hear Headstrong once and he's back.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, man.
I too
love it.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
kind of back to like, what is 24 hours? It is an overland endurance rally with a focus on navigation and pace keeping. That's kind of what it's evolved into.
Yeah.
Because obviously we still got to abide by the rules of the road. So we've gone through a lot of evolution in the past 3 seasons we're about to start our 3rd season, which is just crazy. Even say, but we've done a lot of things. Just like, for example, this year, if you miss a turn, it's 5 minutes. We're gonna have 5 minutes to your time. If you exceed a certain speed, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then disqualified. I'm probably going to do some.
I love this.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Trying to make
it keeps people off. Yeah, it keeps people off of roads they shouldn't be on. It's focusing on the driving part of it and mapping this out, making sure you're going the right way.
Yeah.
And it keeps the rally able to continue on in the future.
Yep.
Like, this is all good things.
Keeps it sustainable.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, like, you can still have fun within the parameters that we're putting out. Like, don't.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, you know, all kinds of fun. Yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, look, you know, when we do the drivers meeting, don't go out there and hit somebody in their family driving on a Sunday. Now, if you want to go in the woods and wrap yourself around a tree, that's your prerogative, you know.
Yeah.
But don't involve someone else. You know, I guess that's the libertarian in me. You know, don't affect someone else.
Exactly.
But it's just simple. You know, we want to have fun in a safe manner, in a responsible way, and raise funds, and see new places. You know, like the routes. The past 2 seasons, the routes have been kind of the same, with minute changes. My goal this season is to really change things a bunch for the routes. Because again, we don't want to wear the same roads out either. Because there's a million and one roads out there. And still, with respect to, you know, still helping these towns. So we still there's certain towns we always want to try to drive through because sometimes the traffic that we put through there is the most traffic they'll see in 6 months. So
Yeah.
there
was on that topic in the last Hinton rally, and damn it, the name of this place is going to escape me, but it's the last town before you come back into Hinton. I might start with a V, maybe.
Up on top of the hill on Route 3.
Yeah, there's a little gas station there, and I called them to see if they were going to be open.
Yeah.
And at first I got like the worker, and they were like, oh, I don't know. And then I got like the manager, and then they're like, who are you again? And then I got the owner, and he was so psyched. He was like, you guys are doing what? Oh, we're staying open. Tell everyone they come in. I got pizza for them. This is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
It meant so much to them. I didn't need to stop for fuel there.
Yeah.
But
you did.
I
anyway.
stopped there just to say, hey, they were like trying to give me stuff. I'm like, no, this isn't about like, I'm buying this stuff, and they're like, this is so cool. We're look at our freezers, and it was like 2 Mountain Dews left, from everyone coming in. And I mean,
that's cool.
That felt really cool. And I felt really good that I was able to at least like just call and reach out and say, hey, now mind you, my ulterior motive was in case I needed fuel. I wanted to know, and but when I got this call back, full disclosure, I was doing this for strategy until I got the nice phone call, and I was like, all right, I'll tell everybody.
But like now, like you're talking about evolution, in the past, we usually send the GPX out, like the final GPX, 1 week before the rally. Now I'm doing a 2-week thing with just a Google map.
Yeah.
So I send the Google file out, and I always tell people, like, look, this is probably going to change because we'll go pre-run pretty close to the event, too, to make sure all the roads are good. And if something's, like, catastrophically different, we can obviously reroute. But I'm like, I always tell people, like, you need to study this map and start laying your waypoints out for fuel. And what I'm basically saying is you need to start calling.
Yeah.
Like, how late are you open?
Yeah.
I don't say that to people. I want them to do that too, because they gotta use the brain here. It isn't just a driving thing. Like you got to think about this stuff too and plan this stuff out. It's the same thing you do in a Baja race when you play in your freaking pits. It's the same thing. It's just on a lot, less intensive scale, basically.
Yeah. Heck yeah. There's been some cool. I mean, heck, I won't name drop them, but there's a guy that drops fuel caches along the route.
Wow.
I've heard of that too.
Yeah. So
it's a motorcycle guy, right?
Actually, this is a full size guy.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I can't say no. It's not. There's no rule against it. So I mean,
no.
I never want to make a rule against that.
Right.
It's all strategy. I don't care what you do. Just get the freaking finish line.
And that's what I love because it starts to feel like it almost starts to feel like NASCAR a little bit, where like you're in a box because you can't just go 1,000,000 miles an hour. And we have rules that we have to meet. We can't break the laws. We can't leave the track. But we got to find edges. Mm-hmm. And those edges are how good are you at being efficient, and what little hacks can you come up with to be more efficient. And I think that's really fun. Well, and I know, I actually regret heavily doing the fuel cell thing. It felt
unfair.
Now, I get 8.5 miles to the gallon in the Frontier.
I get it.
So,
dude, I'm looking at 46-gallon tanks for my truck, my Ram now.
If I do an event, when I do an event again, I will not have a fuel cell because I didn't feel. Now, granted, it wasn't going to take me 2 hours and 20 minutes to fuel, so it wouldn't have mattered. But I'm not going to have a fuel cell.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Well, the way I look at it too, because like most of the rallies from after March are either a big loop or we do the cloverleaf thing like we did in Hinton, which is, dude, that the cloverleaf thing, that is the ticket. Like I love it.
That's sweet.
Yes. The volunteers love it. I think most of the rally participants love it too. Because it gives you a bailout, all right? Because like if we do it, when we do a loop one, like you get to the other end of that thing, well, you're gonna have to drive back anyway. So you might as well go ahead and do the dang route, you know?
Right.
Yep.
But anyway, you know, going back to strategy. If we do the loop, you got to plan your fuel stops. If we do the cloverleaf thing, you can pre-stage stuff out there at the town, or you just come back to town like in Hinton where there's gas stations near there and you get gas.
Yep.
And that's going back to efficiency. The more that you can reduce your stop time, the better off you are. Like one of the bike guys, Chris Alls, he doesn't he's a fast rider. Don't get me wrong. I've chased him. I chased him in October during a Red Book rally. Me and him we were minutes apart when it came down to the final time. Now I was like blown away how fast this dude is. But guess what? He never stops. Yeah. He's efficient. He's pretty fast, and he never stops. This dude, I was riding beside him, and he's sitting there eating a Cliff Bar, just riding. I'm like, you're a sicko. Like, he stops for fuel, and that's it. I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah.
But that's what you have to do. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know, don't stand there at the gas station, you know, taking your time. Put fuel in that machine and get back on the road, you know?
Right. Don't stop is the biggest one. Don't miss turns, don't stop, and you'll be really surprised with the time that you can bring in. That is for sure.
Yeah.
One thing you had mentioned about, you know, the cloverleaf being really cool, and I agree, because I think it gives that central town almost like I don't know, like the race wars. It just
like a buzz.
Also tickles something really cool. Which, on that note, can we just talk about the fact that Robbie freaking Gordon was at the last Hinton rally?
So Robbie, dude, I got his cell phone number. I talk to him like once a week usually now. Like,
that's awesome.
What's crazy about Robbie? A lot of people don't like him, but I love this dude. The dude is a freaking an animal, and he's smart. He is a thinking man, and that's why people don't like him, because he outsmarts people. That's what it is, and they get mad at that. But Robbie is an excellent driver. He's an excellent vehicle builder. He is so well rounded. The dude has won something in every discipline there is.
Yeah.
You know, road book, off road, Baja, King of the, Ultra 4, obviously NASCAR, Stadium Super Trucks. He's done Dakar a few times. I'm pretty sure placed top 3 or something. And honestly, he's just one of us, man. He's just a dude.
Yeah.
It's just like when I met Hubert Rowland, Travis Pastrana's mechanic that drove the Can-Am. He's just a regular guy, man. Like, that's what I've learned a lot about this industry, because I've been exposed to all these disciplines, drifting, road racing, rally, that kind of stuff. Like, I meet some of these drivers that people are like, they're just enthralled by, and I start talking to them, and I act like I don't even know anything about them. That's what I try to do. I just like, so what's your name? I know what their name is because they're freaking famous, But and then you start talking to them, and they're just like, yeah, my kids are sick, and like we were talking about earlier when we first got on, I'm sick, and they're like, yeah, I'm sick too, man. Like, we're all suffering together here, and we all love the same thing.
Right. That is so cool.
Yeah, Robbie.
Yeah, when I saw those pictures, I don't know what lap I was on, but my phone dings, and it was Max. It's just him, and I'm like, why is he sending me a picture of him and some dude? And I'm like, that's Robbie Gordon.
So, side note, so when we were at KOH, of course, Robbie and Max and the Speed UTV team, they were there competing. Yeah. They raced the UTV race, and then they raced the Race of Kings. I had the distinct pleasure of actually driving Robbie's race car. So his spec UTV that he builds, the Speed UTV, I had the opportunity to drive it, test drive it actually. And we actually ended up buying one, which will be for use.
This is a side-by-side?
Yeah.
There's a lot of really wild tech on that thing, isn't there?
I'll get into that.
They pulled
there's a special surprise in the back.
Yeah. So, anyway, we've been looking at these things because they have an FIA certified cage on them. And one of the things that we're doing in Kentucky, we got a federal grant for a little over $8 million to build a research and development and a training facility for Ultra 4 ARA Rally and WRC as well. WRC is coming to the U.S. We've been integral in that.
That's huge.
Very huge, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we need to get some cars because we don't want to buy rally cars because they're so like, there's a lot of prep that goes into those cars, and you have to really have a whole a race team / shop to maintain these things. So one of the things we're like, well, we can just get side by sides and have one guy that just is a side by side guy, changing belts, changing oil, things like that, just basic maintenance. But there's no manufacturer out there besides Speed UTV that actually offers a spec race car that you could go and race Dakar or Score or whatever with, or even NASA Rally for that matter, outside of Robbie's car. So the Speed UTV, they only have 2 places that sell them in the U.S. There's one in Charlotte, one in Anaheim, California. Actually, a third, like Lake Havasu, I think. But anyway, so we got one, and as a test bed. And it'll be fully kitted out, full spec car. We could literally get in it tomorrow, Nick, and go race Score or Best in the Desert or even Ultra 4 or whatever.
Awesome. Yeah.
And that's eventually the goal, is to do at least a couple races a year with that car. But anyway, the neat thing outside of the cage is, so it's a CVT transmission, but it also has a 3-speed sequential.
Oh, wow.
So what?
I did not know that.
So one of the big issues with side by sides is the belt gets hot and they eat the belts, especially at low speeds. Like crawling over rocks, doing Ultra 4 style stuff, and then having to go and rip through the desert at 100 mile an hour. So what Robbie did is he put a sequential in line of the CVT transmission. So he splits that CVT three times. So first gear is like super low range. So like imagine a 4-to-1 transfer case, and it also has a manually shifting transfer case too, like a freaking handle. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Because side by sides usually just have a dial or a button that you push to engage four-wheel drive. And it's a spool front and rear, so it's full-time four-wheel drive once you put it in four-wheel drive. And then first, second, third gear. So the first gear is like up to like 20 mile an hour. Second gear will get you 60, which I was only allowed to drive it in second gear, by the way. I did 55, 60 across 3-foot deep whoops, no problem.
That's awesome.
And
it's
then
on ass too, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's moving. And then third gear will take you as fast as your cojones will let you go. Okay. There's no speed limiter on that thing. The speed limiter is you. He told me, or I heard third gear go like 100, 110 mile an hour, no problem.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's
that's flying.
Turbocharged. I think it's 3 or 4 cylinder. It's turbocharged. It's full standalone ECU that's proprietary to them. It'll run on ethanol or high octane or 110 or 104. Whatever fuel you throw in it, it has a sensor in it to know what fuel's in it. And then the whole machine is his design. Like you're not going to see Fox shocks or King on it. Like everything is designed by him and then built in house, even down to the engine and everything. It is sourced from various countries. There is some Asian stuff in there, stuff in Mexico. I mean, it's all across the board, just like everybody else. I mean, everyone thinks all Can-Am's Canada or whatever. Like they're all coming from all kinds of places.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway,
also his tires are his too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is his.
Which is good because it's a quality control thing, right?
Yep.
Like the trailing arm design is very unique. If you've ever looked at I think it's a Class 1
This
car.
is what I was referencing.
The trailing arms are very interesting. So, like, in a lot of side-by-sides and even trophy trucks and stuff, you usually have your trailing arm, and there's, like, some radius rods and stuff that connect into the hub and, where the axle goes through. Like, for this thing, it's literally just the arm that comes out, and then there's the hub, and then the shaft goes through the trailing arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And then the shock connects to the trailing arm.
Yeah.
It's just big, massive, fabricated, TIG welded unit that's just, you can't break it. Like, it's impossible.
I love that.
The front suspension is just a standard, A-arm, upper and lower design. Of course, geometry's been really dialed in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, those machines are nasty. And I've driven everything under the sun now from a UTV standpoint. Can-Am Ever cars, Polaris Razor Pro Rs, Pro S's, all that stuff, and the speed UTV is definitely very unique with all the stuff that you get for the price that you pay. So,
Yeah.
What is the price?
So the base, so we got the Rock Edition, so it's more Ultra 4 focused.
Yep.
You can get that car for about, I think, 45 or 50, and it's race ready.
Okay.
You just buy
Race
it,
ready, yeah.
put a freaking helmet on.
That's pretty cheap race ready.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to get
In
an
all seriousness, that's like touchable by like the layman, really,
correct,
if you want to race.
Yeah.
correct. So like, to get the equivalent Polaris or Can-Am, you're going to be 100 to 150 minimum. And more probably like 200 if you want to be really competitive.
Yeah.
And this one already has a cert cage.
Everything.
Right?
You could show
Like
up.
it's ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show up anywhere and boom. It's tagged and you're tacked and go have fun.
Wow.
So it's good stuff, really.
Are they score certified off the lot?
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's crazy.
They're score.
That's a cheap car.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
I did
really
not
wild.
realize
That's
that.
impressive.
Now you can make it a lot more expensive. You get the Parker pumpers and you get some other stuff. You can get
As with everything.
You can get close to $100,000 quick, but you can still buy that car and go race right now, and it's good to go. Nick's looking right now. He's looking on the internet, isn't he?
I know. I was like, dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I want to say I saw Robbie Gordon's Instagram a while back. That car's been out, like 6 months or something like that?
So they've been around.
A year?
No, they've been around for a few
years.
Longer
then?
Yeah, they've been around for a few years. And as always, like they all kind of go through an R&D process and they find bugs and they work them out. But
yeah.
This most recent run of those cars is solid.
Yeah.
And they're going to get better. So our goal with Robbie, we've been trying to work with him on getting him to come to Kentucky.
Yeah.
We've got a few warehouses that need a business in them. So Robbie, if you're listening, we want you there, brother. But
that's so cool, man.
So, and they what we really want is to really try to drive home the whole Ultra 4 thing here on the East Coast. Going back to our, them coming here to do the finale. We want to try to get more teams, in Appalachia. We've got a few teams like Eric Miller. He's based in Maryland. He's on the very, western Maryland part of Appalachia. Of course, AK Watley, he's on the East Coast. There's several teams, but that everyone hears Ultra 4 and they think SoCal or Crandon or whatever.
Right.
And
right,
man, we got the terrain for it here, and it's quite frankly probably slightly more challenging in certain instances.
Yep.
That's what I was going to say.
We got roots.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just cat's tongue,
I agree. I think, and obviously in no way taking away from, like, I usually should talk a little bit about like out west, like, oh, well, you don't have obstacles to worry about like trees. Obviously I'm kidding. Those rocks are taller than me out west.
Yeah.
But the terrain difference for what we have in the East will make a really, really exciting event. Really cool.
You should go to is it Rouse Creek?
Up in PA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, go watch that race. I watched that race last year. Actually, I went with Tom and them from Dirt Nerds. We did my gears and my Gladiator that same weekend, and the break-in miles are actually there and back. But
nice.
Yeah. So anyway, dude, watching that was wild. Like, I thought flat tires were bad at KOH, and I started thinking back to Rouse Creek, how many flat tires I seen. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, East Coast stuff's pretty wild too.
Yeah.
Like, the finale in Kentucky, it's going to be at Leatherwood, which is it's the abandoned coal mine. It's all strip job and stuff. So we got the big rocks. And the nice thing is we can modify the dirt. We can modify it, make it gnarlier.
Yeah.
And there's already some gnarly stuff there. And Nick, you were talking about like difficulty, man. I when I got to Johnson Valley, I went to Chocolate Thunder, like a couple of days after I'd gotten there. I rode my motorcycle up there and was like, I stood at the bottom of it and was looking up, and I was like, okay, now this is what they're talking about, because you see the videos, and you're like, it's just all V8 noises and rev limiter, and then you're looking at it, and you're like, okay, there's something to this,
It's serious,
right? This is very serious, and then like one of the lights, we went to Backdoor, and I was watching. We had a group of people there, and we were watching like Dave Cole go up in his bomber rock crawler and stuff, and there was actually some Ultra 4 guys there too, playing around in their, I think even like their daily rigs or whatever. And
of course,
I'm like standing there looking at this big rock shelf, and I'm like, I looked over at somebody, I was like, so this is the rock that Lauren Healy jumped down in his Bronco, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And was that was in qualifying, wasn't it?
So the qualifying course is different from Backdoor. So Backdoor is part of the race course.
Okay.
So the qualifying course also has one of those big like ledge step down things in it, which is very similar to Backdoor, but Backdoor it's more of a drop there.
Yeah, that jump was just
insane.
If you haven't looked that up, look it up, because it doesn't look like it's a survivable thing from like a physical standpoint, much less the machine still driving.
Well, what you're not seeing from the video shot of Backdoor, like you see like Cal Shady in the Can-Am jumping off that, or Lauren in the Bronco, or whatever, Eric Miller, or whoever, jumping off that freaking thing. And some guys just take their time and slide down it, which is probably better, but what you're not seeing is what's past there. What's past there is another like rock garden with rocks the size of a freaking VW Bug that they're going 40 mile an hour over. I'm probably exaggerating the size, but it's still like crazy.
Yeah. I love that. But to see, just to hear like those names, and them being mentioned in the conversations that we have about the 24 hours rallies, it's really cool. It's cool to see. It just solidifies that if you build it, they will come.
Yep.
And I think that the enthusiast in everybody sees something, and if it's cool, people are going to show up.
Well, like Eric Miller, he's been competing in Ultra 4 for a while, and he's told me this and told others. So I feel comfortable saying this, but he's said to me several times, he's like, man, honestly, I just rather do this now because it's just fun, Yeah. Dave Cole, when Dave was at the finale this year, because Dave competed in the finale, he didn't finish because he's too hard on things and drives too fast. But Dave at the end of it, he came up to me and gave me a hug, and he was like, "This is what KOH used to feel like."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Whatever you do, don't change it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't do anything different." He's like, "Just keep it simple. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep raising funds for people." He's like, "Don't ever." He's like, "I know you," and he coaches me honestly at this point. He's like, "I know you probably want to see the sponsors and the blah 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 and all the stuff, He's like, "I'm telling you, keep doing what you're doing." He's like, "Be genuine, be authentic, never ever chase the dollar, Just keep doing the thing that people love." And honestly, I that's what I want to do. I don't care if we get sponsored by Ford, or Ford wants to show up and test out the Bronco Raptor. By all means, cool, show up. I don't care. I don't want your money. Like, I'll take your money.
Well, and as a like sitting on our side, it feels very authentic.
Yeah.
Like there's no indication
100%.
of like sellout. Like everyone goes into it feeling like, I can't believe I get to have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
I get to go do this.
Yes.
And the only barrier of entry was I got to help people.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like somebody's making fun of the off-road on Main Street thing last year that kind of Point Pleasant did for us.
Yeah.
Some promoter somewhere, and I'm not even going to say his name because he don't deserve the credit. But he was running his mouth. He was like, "Oh, stupid freaking fake off-road bull crap." And I was like, "Bro, you don't even realize what this is actually for. Like, this is the start line for a 600-mile endurance rally. Like,
that a town brought rocks and dirt into their main street just because they thought it was cool. And as a competitor, let me tell you something. The feeling of being in that line, like,
dude.
I knew I wasn't going to go jump it. I've done millions, like, on the difficulty scale, it was a 1, whatever. But
it's cool.
Be very difficult. It will be very difficult to top that feeling going through there and starting because my face hurt. Well, actually, my face hurt because I got to watch Palco's lights almost break his windshield. But that was so fun. And I don't know, are they doing it again?
Yeah, they're making it bigger. So
that's so sick.
We talked about. I told Gabe, I was like, dude, let's do this thing actually on Main Street for like a whole block. And he's like, I don't know if I can get that approved, but we'll make it bigger next year. So what they're doing is they're doing both sides of Mothman. So both sides of the street.
Yes.
So you drive in, you can make the loop and then go back through. So the finish line this year, you know that the hotel that they're remodeling in town, right across from Mothman, there's a big hotel they're remodeling.
Yeah.
So the actual the physical finish line will be there. We'll have the arch.
Dude, that
there.
And
then
cool.
When people get done, if they want to do a victory lap and go over the course, they're welcome to do it.
That should be mandatory.
Well, after
you don't do the victory lap, you get 5 minutes added.
10, 15. That's so cool.
The only reason why I'm not making it mandatory is because it would have to close the raid down because I don't.
Yeah, right.
For it to count for time and stuff, for them to make the loop.
Yeah.
Now for next year, when we start, because we always flip flop it. So next year will be Point Pleasant to Seneca, and then vice versa every other year. I'm really going to push let's do a whole block of off road. And
absolutely,
I want to jump.
Well, they were all about. I mean, the guys and girls from Main Street on Point Pleasant are awesome. Like I know they're fully about it. Yeah. But that was really fun. I guess I don't want to keep you too long, but I did have a couple questions for you.
Keep going.
So do you foresee any other classes in the future? Because the one question that I get a lot of the time is, like, we see a lot of these unibody rigs come out and
Subarus and stuff.
And I'm gonna say unibody without transfer case because I don't want to include like an XJ in there. I don't think that my personal thoughts are I don't think that they need a different course, but it might be attractive to them if they're in their own little group. I don't know. But then there's guys like Brant that's going to say, I'm just going to wipe the floor.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I've actually considered that. It's been a conversation with Sean and I. Because there's been some times where I'm like, oh, man, I kind of feel bad, but they signed up. They kind of know what they're getting into, you know? But
they signed up and brought a Subaru. That's on them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But Nick, to kind of expand on that, they usually are on smaller tires anyway, and small tires go to the back anyway.
Yeah,
so they're already in their
group. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So that kind of solves that. As far as other classes, though, of course, we always have the Gambler 500 class, which we always encourage people to bring their junk and run it.
I want to do that at some point. That's a big draw.
I want you to do that.
Yeah. I want to bring my first car is what I want to do. My 69 Rambler.
Please don't.
I want to lift it 3 inches and bring it to the Gambler.
All right. Okay. All right. I was like, man, I'll destroy that. I really want to.
I already wrecked it. It's fine.
I really want to grow the Gambler 500 class because, like we got to watch Hoop DX with Sons of Smokey and all them, and I was like, dude, people were jumping minivans and just crazy stuff.
Hoop DX looks awesome.
Well, like Hoop DX, it used to be huge on the East Coast, and like I guess COVID happened and it just kind of died out. But I need to call Tate. Actually, reminds me, I need to call Tate Morgan with the Gambler and be like, hey man, like let's get this thing started back up again because it's good, cheap fun.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
Yeah.
have to have some special vehicle. All you need is a helmet. Needs to have a functional seat belt. The battery has to be tied down, and it can't be leaking fluid. That's it.
Yep. Let me tell you, we did a very low key, unofficial, like 5 of us gambler event.
Yeah.
And it was so fun.
Yeah.
Like, unimaginable levels of fun that you can have when you like don't really care about what happens to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally left it at a guy's scrapyard in Brandywine, West Virginia, in his backyard. Like, it didn't even make it home. We halfway through the event, I bartered a wheel and tire for a Ford 88 rear end. The only Ford bolt pattern that he had in his yard was off of this old fake Mistachrome Mustang. So I had a 32-inch General Grabber on one side of a Mercury Grand Marquis and a 28-inch Mustang tire from like 99 on the other side.
Perfect.
Next day, drive the whole way there, back to his yard about 30 miles on a flat tire, pulled it into his backyard, parked it by all the other scrap cars, left the key and a pack of Marlboros, and left. So he got a free car
and some Marlboros. I love it.
Yeah, like, man. I would like to see the gambler stuff grow because there's a big misconception that there's irresponsibility within that group, but that is not the case.
It's the farthest from the truth.
It's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, it's just like anything. I mean, come on. Motorsports in general is controlled chaos. Let's just be honest here, okay?
Yeah.
Like, we the first ever gambler that I ever did was with Sean back in fall of 23. And then we had like 75 cars there. It was nuts. And like, no one got hurt. We honestly didn't even find any trash to pick up, which was crazy. We did Canaan and like, FR18 and all that. And like, it was clean. I was like, well, I guess we did all that for nothing. But
yeah.
Anyway, it dawned on me. I was like, man, I was literally driving a Honda Element that I had put a 2-inch lift kit on. And I had 225, 75, 16 snow tires on. And that thing went everywhere.
I love it.
It was great. And then I daily drove it for like a year after that.
That's awesome. Do you think we'll ever see any EVs in the rallies?
We've had one.
Really?
Two. Yeah. Well,
the Jeep doesn't count. The Jeep doesn't count.
Yeah, fair enough.
Full EV.
I'd love to see Rivian. I think Rivian has a solid chance. I'm not going to say the other brand. They're not even. It's not even worth it. But Rivian is definitely worth it for sure. I've actually been in a Rivian twice now. The guy that has the Grenadier, Adrian.
Yeah.
So he's got a Rivian truck, and he took me for a ride in it, and we did donuts in the middle of DC in the middle of the day, actually, because the truck's 800 horsepower. And he's a wild man. He's in DC, he's Northern Virginia, but anyway, close enough.
Yeah.
Same. And then I rode in an SUV with a friend, and both are great vehicles. I think they're extremely capable. The charging situation would be the limiting factor, obviously. If we did it at the Hinton rally, and if I were to put you guys through Beckley again, you would go past 2 superchargers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Inviting people that might be listening, if you got a Rivian, would love to have you.
So we had Sapin, and I don't remember his last name, but he runs the Rivian club in this region.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't know much about the Rivian platform. Truthfully, I kind of wrote them off because, like, I respect
EVs
whatever
are lame.
EVs are, like, but like, I accept that they can be better in many ways. I just don't think they're as cool as motors. Or as cool as engines. I just like combustion engines. But after talking to him, like, that's pretty sick truck.
Yeah.
It's really heavy.
It's really heavy. That's also a limiting factor for mud and stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, in my opinion, in my experience, a hybrid makes a lot of sense. Especially here in Appalachia.
Mhm.
Because again, we don't have access to a lot of superchargers and stuff. Hybrids
Yep.
definitely are cool. I've become more friendly towards them and the idea of them.
Yeah.
Same.
Like the Land Cruiser 250 is pretty sick. The new Tacoma, it's hybrid, also sick. The Jeep 4xe program is dead. They killed it. It
Mhm.
was
Did
it
they?
was doomed to fail
Yeah.
anyway. It was just a bad design, but we did have a couple 4xe, a 4xe Wrangler and a 4xe Grand Cherokee. It's done the rallies. They've all finished. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd love to encourage Toyota to come out and do some of these rallies with their hybrid technology to do proof of concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got the
Yeah.
dude that does he was at Hammers. He's in a Lexus GX 600.
Um,
J1 or something like that.
that ran it in the not the in the stock class?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a hybrid.
was it?
I think.
Yeah. And you know what? It had to have been, I guess,
Yeah.
unless it couldn't have been in the stock class if it wasn't.
No,
So yeah.
it isn't a hybrid, but I could have swore I seen someone did like Dakar or
Okay.
Nora or something in a hybrid.
Okay.
The reason why I'm even bringing this up or entertaining it is because of the fuel range.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the only reason why for me, because I don't have to stop as much.
Yeah. Well, and
Right.
even like think about it from a utilitarian perspective, like out west, like you're a DCNR guy or whatever their equivalent is in Wyoming.
Yeah,
You
BLM.
know, yeah, the BLM management. I think there's a lot of utility there, and what better way to test it than
Yeah.
600 miles through the hills of Appalachia?
Well, I'll tell you what the BLM runs. So they all are in power wagons or a Rubicon Wrangler.
Okay.
And they all have 35s at minimum.
Yeah.
A lot of you can tell which ones are more senior because the power wagons that some of these dudes are running around in have like Harley Dominator suspensions under them,
Really?
like
Wow.
the pin top Dominator thing with the 3.0 Kings and stuff.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. I'm like,
That's awesome.
I'll watch these dudes go through 2 foot deep whoops chasing side by sides in a power wagon because in Hammertown.
That's
Because
awesome.
they were being idiots. But I was like, wait a minute, is that a power wagon? And I'm like, holy crap, they're chasing that side by side in whoops, going fast. Holy crap. And here I am driving my Ram, with small Bilstein 2-inch shocks and
Yeah. Dude, I love seeing full sizes. I feel like there's a really big push right now where full sizes are getting built. I think I think Ram led that charge from what I can see. I think people started really building out the Rams and then everything else followed.
Well, like you got the ZR2 2500 from Chevrolet.
Dude,
you have
those
the
things
trimmer.
are so big.
Trimmer
They're
from
so
Ford.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting pretty competitive.
Heck yeah.
I love it.
There was I think it was a Bison 2500. It might have been an AT. No, I think it was a Bison 2500 that came out with us on a trip.
It was
And
John. White
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude.
He
That thing's so nice.
I will talk about this, and I've never talked about this publicly yet. But I'm working on a full size rally.
Dude.
Like F-150 minimum size type stuff.
Yeah.
Because like John, I think his name's John. If I'm saying it wrong, buddy, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's John.
Yeah. So he asked me, he was like, man, we ought to do a rally just for big diesel trucks and, big full size stuff. Minimum tire size like 35s or 37s type stuff. And he's like, I want trail. Like I want to be in real trails, not just gravel roads because
right. Just want to be able to physically fit,
Yeah, just physically, as long as I can physically fit and not rip my mirrors off. He's like, I'm happy. But I actually laid the route out for it And then I put it off, and I was like, well, crap, now I'm gonna have to do this 2027 because my calendar got filled up. But for those full-size guys that are listening, we will probably do a 24-hour event that literally is just for full-size rigs. A good friend of mine, I'm not going to say who because I don't want to dive him out just yet, but he bought a LMTV military truck, and he is going through the process of importing the parts to make it a full Dakar T1.
Get out.
Yes, sir. So,
dude,
a lot of people in the U.S. are not hip to this unless they're us. But like, in Dakar, they race the big diesel trucks. Yeah. In Europe, it's huge. I mean, it's huge. Dudes racing 6x6 Oshkoshes and, big full, massive Mercedes, the Unimogs, like all that stuff. They race them things.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I seen that, I was probably 16 or 17, and I was like, there's no way. And then I got around this guy. Again, I'm not going to say his name because I won't dive him out yet. Cause I want his reveal to be a big spectacle, and we're working on that together. But
yeah.
And I actually mentioned this to Dave Cole. I was like, Dave, like, would you approve a Dakar truck to come do the desert, just the desert race, not the rock race?
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, open class is open class. There's no limit. He's like, he's not going to win. I'm like, that's not the point. It's just proof of concept,
Yeah. Doing it. I mean, the fun in that. My goodness.
Yeah, 1,000 horsepower, 2,000 foot-pound torque Caterpillar just ripping,
bombing through. Yeah.
Because what's cool too about those trucks, you only get about 8 to 10 inches of travel. So where you get your speed from is your tire size. The tires are just so damn big. I mean, they're like a 46-inch tall tire.
Right. Minimum. Some of them are 52.
52.
Yeah.
The
LMTV is a 46. And then like the 6x6 Oshkosh, they're like a 52.
That's so nuts.
Yeah.
Some of them are twin engine even, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
So going back to Robbie. So Robbie's trophy truck is twin engine. His Geyser all-wheel drive truck is twin engine. It is two. I think they're Danzio engines. They're big block Chevrolets, or they're LS3s. They're something Chevrolet, obviously, but and they're ran by the same ECU, and that's how they keep them in time.
Really?
Yep. And so one engine drives the front axle; it's turned one way, and one engine is turned the other to run your rear axle.
Huh.
Both turbo 400s or something equivalent.
Yeah.
One ECU.
That's cool. Dang.
Yeah. And what's cool is you can actually detune either one if you want a front or rear bias.
Really? So if you want to dig, you could just.
So if you want, 70% rear, you just detune the front drive engine.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude, some of the stuff I've learned in the past just 30 days, I'm just like, it's insane.
Yeah. I need a race truck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already getting ready to read the Yukon its last rites after you said about the full size.
I've been sitting here watching you. You like lit up, and then it was like trails. You're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Listen, it's already pinstriped to hell after. So now it's just game on. It's like a Band-Aid. I'm ready for a cam now. It's got a scratch, so I can put a cam in it.
Dude, a 496 with a cam sounds real good.
Dude, I made the mistake of looking at like Rylar Engineering's.
Yep.
My goodness gracious, we could make a lot of power and get a lot of tickets,
or burn a lot of rear tires off and not mean to.
Yeah,
that's been my issue with that freaking Ram, dude. I love that truck to death. I'm so glad that I got it, especially after seeing your truck at Hinton. I was like, damn it, I need a full size rig now,
dude. Can I just say, like. And this is a lot of arrogance, I'll be honest here, but the feeling of whipping down into the train depot with the truck on the trailer.
Yeah, buddy.
I can't describe it.
Yeah.
I just can't describe it.
Dude. Freaking race car driver now, son.
Yep, dude. I'm calling mom. Mom, I made it. I did it.
Yep. Lord help us, we have a race car, as Rabbit would say.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I got that truck, I was like, 2-inch level kit, 37s, leave it alone. And that's crazy to even say that you can do that with a full size truck. But
Mhm.
I was finding the whole reason why I got it. I was finding myself dragging our company side by side around quite a bit. And the
Mhm.
Gladiator would do it, no problem, but stopping it was a different story.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, full size truck it is. I've got a side by side, so if I need to go do tight technical stuff, I can. And I got a bike, so whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I love my full size truck. So
Yeah.
comfy.
Yeah. I didn't realize that I would love, like, when I bought the Yukon, it was out of necessity to fit the kids, but I needed something that had 4-wheel drive, and it had to be me, and I thought that was like a very,
Yeah.
GMT 800 is pretty much me.
Yeah.
And I started driving this thing, and I was like, oh no, I love you more than I thought.
Dude, my favorite thing about that truck, this is so stupid. This is like first world problems. The screen in that truck is huge. It's 12 inches tall and 8 inches wide. But what's cool is when you plug in an iPhone,
Yeah.
the whole screen is your iPhone screen.
Oh.
So when you pull up Gaia or Onyx, the whole screen is the map.
Dang.
So you can see, because they put your person, your vehicle in the lower quadrant of the screen.
Yeah.
So you can see way out there.
Oh wow, I like that a lot.
Looking for my next turn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm gonna get to play with it tomorrow. So I'm excited for that.
That's cool.
What have I not talked about for 24 hours? Like I feel like we just bounced around. Like
I guess maybe what would you say to somebody who has no idea what they're getting into? What do I need to go and have fun, and what do I need to go and be competitive?
Sure. So the benchmark that I built these routes based on is a stock Wrangler Rubicon on 33s or 35s. If you have something that's pretty close to that, then you're going to be pretty competitive. You don't have to have some crazy built rig on 1-tons and 40s. I never want you to have that. Now, if you show up on that, great. That's cool. You need a cell phone with a GPS app on it, preferably Gaia. That's what we recommend. You can run OnX. You can run all kinds of other stuff. We even have guys running lead nav now. You need a radio, GMRS radio. You need to have self-recovery capability. It doesn't have to be a winch. It can be a come-along. I don't care if you go to Tractor Supply and get a come-along, throw it in your rig. As long as you got something to get yourself out by yourself, great. First aid kit, chase lights, fire extinguisher, either a 5-pound or 2 2.5s. We prefer that you use the Russo, which is a new fire extinguisher that's out. It's the fire extinguisher of King of the Hammers. Gosh, what else am I forgetting? Radio, first aid, recovery, proper lighting, good tires. I mean, you want to have a pretty aggressive tire. Just you can do it in all terrain, but a good RT or MT is better. I personally run a Kenda Cleaver RT. I ran MT2s. I ran every tire under the sun out there, but I keep coming back to that RT because it does everything I need it to do. If you're going to get crazy with modifications, you better know how to work on it yourself. Don't.
We preach this.
Like, if you can't, and if you didn't install it yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure.
That's
or if you didn't have a truly trusted shop that knows what the heck they're doing, install it. You're waiting for one bolt to walk loose, and that's your day's over.
That's a great tip. Look at the attrition rate that we have, and a lot of them are breakdowns that aren't really breakdowns. It's mechanical failure.
Yep. Yeah. People just don't tighten bolts either. Like, if you've even a stock vehicle that's never been touched, never been lifted, like say someone buys a stock Wrangler and they just go. Even before you come to that start line, you probably should check your bolts, even a brand new vehicle.
Absolutely. These guys make
Yes.
fun of me. They make fun of me with my prep, dude. I start over a month before, dude, and I'm
Can't
I'm like,
everything.
everything. It's obnoxious. It is over the top for something that's a charity event, but you know what?
Look, man, I know I'm getting sidetracked again, but everything that I'm encouraging people to do is the same thing that you would do to go race.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
And
true.
and if that inspires someone to go to that next level and actually go out and put their money where their mouth is and go race some at 400 or go race Ultra 4 or go race Score or whatever,
Yeah.
great. More power to you. That's what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to
Mhm.
find it inside yourself to go do that.
Yeah, and we're trying, damn it. I just bullied Palco in a text about 45 minutes ago
Nice.
about when are we gonna go start spinning wrenches. We got a mint to run.
Yeah. Anyway, to get back on track, I got to stay
Yeah.
on track here. So, bolt checks, check your bolts, fresh fluids. Whether you just change your oil or not, you should probably just change your oil, good air filter, especially if it's dusty, especially in the summertime.
Mhm.
And honestly, like that Hinton Rally was so dusty. I've seen dudes swapping filters in the parking lot.
It was rough.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Even a pre-filter for dustiness, like if you have a aftermarket air cleaner and you want to get one of those socks to go over, it's probably a good idea too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're kind of getting
Yeah.
in the weeds here. What am I forgetting, Nick?
So here's one that we talked about just last week or the week before, but lighting.
Yeah.
Um
Proper
so
lighting.
yeah, proper
Yes.
lighting. And I'm gonna say some real inflammatory stuff here. But outside of Kentucky and maybe Ohio, lighting that makes you feel alert and comfortable is going to be more important than having lockers. I'm going to say lights
Yes.
before lockers is more important outside of Kentucky and Ohio.
Yeah. I'd agree with that, honestly.
Um,
If you have a good LSD in your rig, you're probably going to be just fine.
yeah, honestly, even like, I don't know, I think an open diff, you're fine. Just you'll be all right. Air
Pick
down.
your
Oh,
line.
air down, please.
Yeah.
Air
Yes.
down.
Yeah.
Like,
So air pressure.
you're gonna be just fine.
air
air
pressure.
down.
Like that will decide whether or not you succeed and at
Mhm.
which level you succeed at. I had a lady,
Yeah.
she
Yes.
finished, and I'm not going to say names, but she got to the finish line in the very first rally, and she was like, I could have aired down. I'm like, ma'am, yes, I want you to do
Whoa.
that, actually. And she's like, I could have went faster. And I'm like, yeah, you could
Mhm.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could have been more, and I air down for comfort, personally.
Right.
I don't air down for
Right.
Yeah.
traction. I mean, that's just an added benefit.
Yeah.
You know, for me personally, like when I had my Gladiator, I'd run about 20 to 22 psi for pre-running for the event.
That's about yeah.
Based on my vehicle weight, tire, and all that jazz. You know, you don't want to get too low because then you debead or you overheat your sidewall and blow the sidewall out. You got to do that testing when you're. I ain't gonna tell you what pressure because I don't want to be liable for that. But
Yeah.
like for my truck now, like that truck will never see below probably 30 psi because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, that's up to each user, but definitely air down.
Mhm.
Don't wait to do it. Do it the night before. When
Yeah.
here's probably what I should say. When you show up to that start line, your phone needs to be on your maps. Your radio needs to be on the right channel. You need to be aired down. You need to have your winch controller in arm's reach. Your tree saver and your shackles, soft shackles, not D rings, by the way. They will kill you. What else? All those things should be within your reach because that's how I do
Yeah.
it when I pre-run.
And make sure that anything that is in your cab with you is
Secured.
properly secured.
Yeah.
I royally messed that up in the first rally that I did. I just kind of thought that like, well, this will be okay sitting here with this mount that just kind of grabs it a little bit. A good phone mount. Now I run a tablet and my phone at the same time, running two different things. And dude, I launched my tablet like almost out the window, and then my phone was under the seat. It was so bad. It was bad. I'm trying to drive and grab stuff, and a really good quality phone mount will do wonders for you. I like what the hell is this called? Quad lock.
Yep.
Works well. I think it's stupidly expensive for what it
I
is,
agree.
actually, but it works really well. You're not getting that off of there.
Quad lock for the bike guys is definitely a good idea because then they can do wireless charging.
Yeah.
For me personally, I run RAM mounts. They are beefy and they're heavy and they take up a lot of space, but when I wrecked my motorcycle 2 years ago, I had my tablet and I have a spare phone that I use as well for nav, and they both did come out of the mounts, but they're within feet of the motorcycle.
Wow.
And I hit the ground at 50, 55 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So
it was not a dump. It was yeah.
So
Bambi had a mission.
Yeah. But RAM mounts are good stuff. My daily phone holder that I run has actually been pretty good to me. It's just from Walmart. I think it's an IOTI.
Okay.
It's like $25. It's got a really good suction cup on it. I do have to kind of check it every now and then and push the phone back into the mount because it kind of starts to walk towards me, especially under hard acceleration in certain situations. Not encouraging that, but it'll kind of walk. But like the RAM mount, it has the teeth that grab your phone. It won't walk out. Or the quad lock obviously locks the back of your phone.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get hung up on which app and which phone and which tablet. Like, I promise you can still do this with just the phone that you have every day. Like, you don't have to go out and buy all kind. Again, going back, you can do everything you can do this with everything you probably already have.
Yeah. The first time that I used a tablet, it was literally my kids' like Watch Bluey tablet. So like, you don't need, and honestly, you don't even need two screens. Like, run Gaia, download the offline maps, and you're gonna be just fine. As far as the layers, I don't know. That's up to whatever you like the most. I kind of like Overland. Yeah, same.
I will say one thing I have learned in some situations, depending on lighting, the black and white layer on Gaia is nice.
Okay. I like that.
My eyes, as I've gotten older, I'm not saying I'm old, okay? I'm going to be 32 in like 15 days, but as I've gotten older, I've noticed that certain colors I struggle with at night. So that's things you got to think about. Because if you can't see that line, you miss your turn. Well, there's 5 minutes right there.
Yeah.
You know? It's the little things that add up.
Yeah,
that will
like
get
chargers.
Chargers, exactly.
Yes,
that's a good point
too. Charged.
And make sure that the charger that you're using charges at a rate faster than what you're discharging at.
Correct.
Because Gaia, like mapping softwares, do use a decent bit of battery. And you probably have your brightness pegged, so that you can see it. It's constantly on. So a good phone charger is smart. I don't know. I don't wireless charge anything, but that might be something to look at to see if the wireless charger that you use is enough to keep up. So the next time you take a road trip, throw Gaia on just for shits and giggles and see, what it's going to do. Test your stuff.
Yeah.
No modding within 2 weeks of the event is like one of my rules.
Don't do it.
That's a no-no.
Big race teams don't do that.
Right.
Like Terrible Herps.
Yeah.
Like their full trophy truck team, they I watched their program because my dad has always said that name. I've known that name since I was a kid, like Troy Herbst and them. Anyway, they specifically start testing for the Mint, which is coming up next weekend. They posted a week ago that they just had finished suspension tanning. and did bolt checks. And they will go run the truck one more time. They're not going to touch it. They're just going to drive it.
Yeah.
And they load their stuff up. I seen them post yesterday that they were on the way to the start line, the start area. A lot of your, just let's go completely off from motorsports and off-road racing. A special forces unit, for example. And I know these things because when I was in the Army, I got attached to a 10th Group and 19th Group SF for a training mission and got to learn a lot from them, which is very interesting, how they set their gear up, like when they load their chest rigs and all that stuff. They'll never make a change right before a mission. They will at least 2 to 4 weeks before a mission set, that their stuff is going to be the same from that date forward.
Yeah.
Because their life depends on it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
it's funny too, like there's a huge gear and parts focus in off-roading and overlanding, right? And like, don't get me wrong, I love that stuff. It's my hobby. I adore it.
Don't get
think
obsessed with it either,
fun.
though. That's the thing.
But don't, if you're new and you like want to get into this, please do not miss out on doing it because you're like, well, I got to get my long travel and I got to get my LP9s on the roof.
No.
Please don't do that. You're going to miss out on so much fun where like
stock Tacoma on good tires.
And
Yes.
Exactly. Think of I don't remember his name. I want to say the Tacoma was silver. He ran B class in Hinton and was not far behind me. Bone stock truck kid was like 18 years old. Ross, basically bone stock minus tires and a winch in Kentucky. Far as I'm concerned, he's top 10 overlander in the East Coast because he finished 10th in the finals. Bone stock, you do not need to rack up a firm and your credit cards and your 401k to go out and run these. Good tires
and your brain,
the stuff that you already have, and your brain, and you can go and have a blast. And I think for me, that would be the message I want to convey to everyone is like, yeah, I sit here and talk about all the goofy, dumb stuff I've done to my truck and whatnot, but I could have had just as much fun or maybe even more because I wasn't worrying about all the junk that I had strapped to me in a stock Frontier.
Yeah.
So,
I
used
to
and don't miss out.
Literally everything we're saying right now, I used to preach to people when they were getting into self-defense shooting.
Yeah.
Buy a Glock 19 and buy ammo and shoot.
Yeah. And go shoot.
And just go shoot.
Yep.
Buy the damn Jeep, get recovery gear, and go drive it.
Yeah.
You don't need 37s and lockers. Like, honestly, a stock sport trim Wrangler 2-door with highway tread tires and proper air pressure.
Yeah.
And I probably could finish one of these. Now, I'm not going to finish very far up the freaking food chain, okay, but I will finish.
I'm contemplating, I don't know how I should say that. I'm thinking about doing Hinton in a Home Depot truck.
Like renting one?
I want to rent one.
For legal purposes, this is a joke. Hey, I got a story for you.
You got me thinking about U-Haul now.
So
I'll be real unhappy about that.
Check it out. So last year, there was a hill climb race up at Snowshoe called West Virginia Hill Fest, and there was a social media influencer. I'm not going to say names because you can do a YouTube search and figure it out. I don't want to dime this guy out, but he hasn't said this publicly. But the car he showed up in was from Enterprise. And he played, so there was like 200 cars there. 200 cars there. And some of these cars are like actual race prepped hill climb cars. And this dude was top 50.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Out of 200 in a fucking Enterprise rental. Excuse my language.
Oh my, that is amazing. That is incredible.
So I've actually, for legal purposes, this is a joke. But I've wanted so badly to get someone to go rent a Jeep, because like Enterprise, they don't rent Rubicons, they'll rent you a sport trim, Sport S Wrangler, and I know this because I have rented one before, and it comes with Firestone Destination HTs. Okay. But at 25 PSI or 20 to 25 PSI, it will go
Heck yeah.
pretty much anywhere you need to
go. The hardest part would be not flatten out from the gravel. That would be a higher risk, I guess, running an HT like a jackass, in the gravel. But you could absolutely do it. Now, obviously, again, for legal purposes, we are not suggesting that you partake in that particular.
My boss is shaking it. My boss is going to be, he's going to kill me when he hears this.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do it. You could, but don't.
Here's what I've thought about. Okay, so to continue down this path of, in theory, okay?
Yeah.
So Facebook Marketplace is rich with Jeep Rubicon takeoff wheels and tires.
Mm-hmm.
A man or lady could purchase those said wheels and tires, so typically Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws, or
quick swap.
Quick little swappy swap. Falcon Wild Peak MTs, depends on which Rubicon you get, which tire package you get with that trim.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there are 33, which will fit on a stock Wrangler without a lift and still flex. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to Tractor Supply or Harbor Freight and you get you a little come along, which checks my box for recovery. Okay. And you go get you a little suction cup chase light and some fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Good to go. Oh God, waffle.
This sounds like a class.
This is great. If someone shows up now, I'm gonna be like, I didn't see anything. I'm changing the waiver now. The waiver now says not responsible for damage on a rental either. Oh my God.
I'm just imagining just rolling up to the start line, just a white Silverado from 2012, 1995 on the side. It's got construction lights in the back. Let's go. Yeah, guys, I'm bringing an LS to the next event.
It's an LS. I mean,
yeah,
it's technically LT if you want to get real specific here.
Yeah, all right.
We're not going to split hairs. But dude, actually, that's another thing. A lot of people get the Trail Boss trim Silverado, and they sell the wheels and tires. Those are Duratrax.
Yeah,
it's a 32.
It's a great tire.
It's a good tire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get your little rental freaking Silverado. Oh God, this is getting bad.
They're not 6 by 5.5 hubs,
6.5
They have some tires.
Yeah. All right, we'll hit up Hertz. We'll see if we can get it official.
Dude. So check this out. My truck is actually a Hertz rental truck. That's where my truck came from.
Nice.
Yes, sir. So I got it.
I can't believe they rented out power wagons.
No, I don't have a power wagon.
It's not a power wagon.
Dude, it's just a Bighorn. It's not a power wagon.
Oh,
I
okay.
wish.
I thought it was power.
Okay.
Yeah. So, freaking, it came with, Firestone Transforce, AT2s. It's a more of a highway biased tire.
Yeah.
But it's an all terrain.
Yeah.
You could go to freaking Hertz and rent a 2500 Ram. Go find a set of takeoff power wagon tires and wheels.
Yeah.
Done.
Send it. Well, listen, before we hop off, I got two last questions for you. So the first one here is, what's your favorite section of trail anywhere? Anywhere you've been?
Samantha and F Road on TDC.
Okay.
Sam and F Road. So it's right outside Allen and Hominy Falls.
Okay.
We've ran it a few times on the rallies.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why it's my favorite, it's one of the first trails that I rode in that crappy white XJ.
Yeah, okay.
On stock 235 75s and made it.
Yeah.
And then just recently being in Johnson Valley, just Johnson Valley in general, just getting to ride out there. I don't care what, whether it's a bike or side by side, or hell, just cruising around in my truck, because when I took it out there, I actually put 35s on it to drive it out and back. But yeah, just cruising around out there in that thing, just being in the desert in general, it's like sick.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess mine would kind of come in classes. My first, which would be local, would be just River Road, which crosses the Dry Fork in West Virginia.
Dude, I've
Nothing
never
special
been
about
across
it.
that water crossing, Nick.
Well, so
I
that
need to do it.
that water crossing started CAMO. It was literally the official start of CAMO, because we had been doing this kind of before CAMO was a thing.
Yeah.
You know, we were hoopties doing whatever, but then we were like, well, what if we do this and camp? So we end up crossing it when the water table was just, I mean, I almost lost my frontier. It was like tail light deep. It was over the hood of my buddy's XJ.
Ooh.
There were some guys fishing. There were some dudes fishing, and we weren't going to do it. We were just out of respect for them.
Yeah.
And the one guy hollers up. He goes, "The fish aren't moving. Come on down, please." I'm like,
dude,
all right, let's go. You know. So I have my brother-in-law was in the passenger seat, and we come in, and so the way it goes, once you go off of River Road,
yeah,
you're in. There's no second. You're in it, right?
commit
so
or not.
The front end, yeah. So the front end dips, and I was like, "Oh, this is like kind of deep. It's like top of tire." Mind you, truck was like bone stock on like 31s or something.
Yeah,
and I had it in 4 high. It didn't appear to be that deep. These guys were waiting, you know, but they weren't chest deep. Well, it valleys out, and it was like deep, like middle of door. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, no water in, you know. Well, then it comes up onto a little island.
Yep.
You can see it when you're driving on that island.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it looks a lot deeper over there. So I looked over at my brother-in-law, and he's just like, you know, like never did anything like this before, really, you know, like us. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, this might be a really dumb thing, you know. And this is like 2016, 2015, maybe. And I click it in low range, and I'm like, well, I'm going to aim that way, which is the way the water is coming from. And hopefully I wind up that way. Went up. Water was deep, deep, deep. Just stayed in it. Crawled out. Everything was good. There was a 95 F-150 single cab short box with us on leaking beadlocks. Those big old beadlocks probably floated him across. He was okay.
sick.
This would have been, you know, whatever year this was, would have been the launch year of the ZR2, actually, because Palco had a launch edition white ZR2 with temp tags in it. And he took it across, and then last to go across was the XJ, and it was on like, I don't know, 30s or something, and it was like bottom of windshield. He was just
Did they have a snorkel?
No. And he made it, dude. Didn't take in any water. And when we all got to the other side and all the trucks were running, we looked at each other and we were like, oh, this is us now. Like we can do Camel Trophy now. Okay. This is a thing. This is us.
Yeah.
That started it. But that road for that reason. The Alpine Loop, just because it's freaking beautiful, I think probably takes second. But
yeah, I haven't got the wheel in Colorado yet, so I'm itching to get back out there.
I like Mountain Springs Road when it's really nasty and sloppy in Kentucky. I think is really fun too.
Yep.
You run the risk of that guy shooting at you, but it's still pretty fun.
It's worth it.
Hey, that guy got arrested. We arrested that guy during the last rally.
Yeah,
really?
He's a real jerk.
Yeah.
He just is.
Yeah.
Don't like talking about people like that, but that's not a very nice individual.
Yeah, we got him dealt with.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I've been up that route when there were some very questionable pits dug over blind rises that were like 2.5 feet deep.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
Yep. Such a cool
glad that
road,
somebody-
though. It's like, dang it.
it is. It is really fun, and
It is.
gosh, I love driving that road. So, but yeah. What about you, Aaron? What do you think your favorite section of the trail?
I really like getting out towards Blackwater Falls, Davis area.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Being able to go out to the Olson Fire Tower and check that out. There's just so much to do in that area.
Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You can have a full day in a
it's all
20-mile
beautiful.
radius.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I still want to make it out to Dolly Sods. I haven't been there yet.
Don't.
Really? It's
a parking lot now.
yeah.
Really?
Stay out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I literally had the Forest
Good to
Service
know.
tell me, they're like, whatever you can do to help us get people out of Dolly Sods, help us do that. Roger that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not much on the Loop Road. That's just the rock garden. But outside of that, like everything else there is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Dolly Sods is kind of like it doesn't feel as backcountry anymore. Remote, yeah.
10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and last one. What is the most underrated vehicle choice for the 24-hour?
I gotta think about this.
It could be one that showed up or
One that's
one
never
you'd like
showed
to
up.
see show. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take it back to what really got this started for me. And there's a few that's shown up, but a ZJ or WJ Grand Cherokee is, in my opinion, the best do-all platform that is affordable.
Yeah.
You can get them things for a couple grand, throw a couple grand in them, and you got a nice rig. That is very
Absolutely.
comfortable. Probably has a V8 in it. Can tow.
Yep.
You can sleep in it if you need to. Parts are a dime a dozen. They're cheap as can be. A lot of parts are shared between the XJ and the TJ and other Jeep platforms. It's a straight axle unibody. All the V8s come with a Dana 44 in the rear, so you run a big tire in the rear. Front's a different story. You got to kind of build the front out a little bit, but
Yeah.
the Grand Cherokee platform, ZJWJ both is a fantastic platform to buy. I've daily driven a WJ before for a while. The ZJ I put 100,000 miles on. Went through one transmission on because of my own dumb fault. I was neutral bombing it like an idiot.
That'll do it.
That'll do her, especially when they've already got
Yep.
200,000 on them. But yeah, you just can't. In my opinion, you can't
Kill them either. Yeah.
Can't kill them.
No, I like that one. Mine is really the same flavor. Mine, I'm gonna go with the Mountaineer or Explorer.
Yeah.
Actually,
Also, a good
like
platform.
Logan's Mountaineer.
Yep.
V8.
Yep. Comfy.
Hard to kill. Really good at taking trees down. Did you ever see? Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see that?
You need
Oh
to see
my
that.
goodness, you need to see this. So Logan has that Mountaineer,
Yeah.
right? And he's coming out of the first off-road section, I believe, of lap 2.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
in Hinton,
Mhm.
and he doesn't know that hanging off of his roof.
Oh,
is
yeah,
like
I've
a
seen the video.
40-foot vine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is the best.
Dude, the cool thing about that Explorer Mountaineer platform is it shares a lot of parts with the Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
It is also obviously a V8. You can tow with it. And you can get long travel for them things.
Yes, you
So
can.
if you want to make
Yep.
it a freaking legitimate like pre-runner, it is very easily done. And you can TTB swap it, or you can just run IFS like they are. Of course, obviously the older Explorers have TTBs on them, which is pretty good actually.
Yeah.
You can get big numbers out of those as far as travel for whether it's crawling or speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the only downside with them is there isn't a lot of middle ground. Like if you wanted to do a mild build,
Can't do it.
it's more difficult to
Yeah.
go and say like, oh, but if you want to go the whole 9 yards, like you said, cut and turn some beams and send the thing,
Yeah.
like it's pretty direct,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
I'm trying to think, not Chaos Motors. There's some companies out west that specialize in them things
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
make really nice stuff for them.
Heck
I've
yeah.
seen a few at Hammers actually. Like there was one dude. And I can actually probably find pictures and send it to you. There was of his Instagram, but he's on a 35 10.5 side by side tire under an Explorer with TTBs on it and King
Dude.
2.5s, 2.5 coilover 2.5 bypass set up, and he was running stuff the same speed as a Can-Am Maverick R. I mean, just and still
that.
full wheel drive, mind you.
I love that.
It's great.
I love that.
All right,
Aaron, what do you got
awesome.
for underrated?
I was going to say the Ford Ranger platform just because everything we were talking about.
Yeah.
But since we kind of talked about it, I'm back to my Suzuki Grand Vitara. Those things can be picked up for a little bit of nothing.
Yes.
And they would do a rally in comfort.
They have a 44 rear axle too, don't they?
I'm not into them enough to really know that. I think they
Yeah.
have some decent stuff depending on what trim you get, and like I think GM was involved with Suzuki at that point, so like you get some leftover stuff from GM.
Okay, here's my autism gonna come out. So my friend Zach, he has the XL7, which is
okay.
The Grand Vitara and XL7
Yeah,
share
yeah,
a lot of things. He told me that his came with a 44 rear equivalent, and
Wow.
then the front was like a IFS 35 or 30 equivalent, and you can get lockers for them, and they come factory with 529 gears.
Nuh-uh.
I'm dead serious. Look it up,
dude. We're missing the boat.
So
on the Zook
2-speed transfer case.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Dude, that might be a really fun. I wish I didn't hear that because I have this real bad itch right now for like a build of that caliber. That sounds really cool.
My friend Zach would sell you his right now. It needs an engine. He went to do the timing set on it, tore it apart. It didn't line up.
Could I put like a 4.8 in it? Would that work? Would it fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure it has an Aisin trans in it. It's not a good trans.
Yeah, because you should be. I imagine that might do this.
Yeah,
it might.
Well, I mean, dudes take AW4 Jeep transmissions, which is it's an Aisin, and they put a freaking 2JZ in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have a lot of fun in Vitaras because I don't have anything that I really mistreat. You know.
Oh, come on now, Nick, don't lie.
I'm nice to the Frontier.
Oh, yeah, real nice. That I trailer it to the rallies.
Yeah,
and then he beats on it for 16 to 20 hours.
Yeah,
he's got a 46-minute video on YouTube of him sideways. I baby it.
I mean, see, I think that's where we're at because that's my version of nice. Like I'm pretty nice. I want to be. I want to be abusive. Like I want people to see that and be like, "Oh wow, is he okay at home?" Like that's.
Like, have you seen how many kids I have? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I am okay at home. Please.
Nick, blink twice if you're getting beat.
Oh hell!
I think if I had to pick a vehicle that I would just literally beat to the ground to the death, I would get a late 80s 90s Bronco with TTB with I guess it'd be a 9-inch rear and then like a 44 TTB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
302 noises or 351 Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See, we were just
We
talking
keep coming
about,
back to this. Yep. Keep coming back to these
we
trucks.
were just talking about that. I don't know why I want to do a Windsor or Cleveland build.
So, side note, you can take a Windsor and you can stroke it to 460 inches. So I had the pleasure of riding in Lauren Healy's former 4400 car.
Okay.
And it is a 460-inch Windsor.
Wow. That has to sound chaotic.
That's what I was just thinking.
It is. It's everything you can imagine and then some.
Those valve springs are probably like springs off of a Honda Civic. Like suspension springs.
Yeah, so it spins 9,000.
God. Wow.
Yeah, and you have to run 116 octane oxygenated VP fuel in it because it will predet with anything else in it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's dumb. So one fuel tank, one full tank of fuel is $5,000. One tank.
How big's this tank?
It's 42 gallons. I
love
think.
that.
I might be wrong on that, but it's big.
Love that.
It's a trophy truck tank.
Yeah. I've bought oxygenated fuel once as a this is a long stupid story about snowmobiles, but basically I was in utter shock at the cost of a jug of oxygenated, I think it was C12 maybe.
Yeah.
Utter shock at what that cost.
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, at some point we will have a fuel island at our Kentucky property that will have stuff like that.
Let's go.
Nice.
And you'll be able to come there and buy it.
I like that. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, Jed, I really appreciate you staying up late with us and hanging out. You guys have anything to say, anything to add?
I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you guys, and thank you for the platform to share the stories about me, and not just me, but the story of Backroads of Appalachia in 24 hours. I couldn't be more thankful for my job. Like, it truly is a dream come true. It's a dream come true to be able to meet folks like yourself and do fun things. And it's an honor to serve Appalachia in a way that I'm passionate about, and in a way that truly does measurable good.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's about as good as a close as you're going to get, guys. Jed, thanks so much.
Yeah,
anyone that is competing in the 24 hours, is it next week?
Next
after?
weekend.
Next weekend.
Or
Best of luck. Stay safe. I'm so bummed I won't be there, but I will be there in spirit, and I will be following every single bit of info and intel coming out of there. So be safe. Open up your damn wallets and donate. I know Jed won't say it like that, but I will. All right. You spent like thousands of dollars on lights and mods. You just donate.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't be the guy that gives $20, man. At least $100.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Open the wallet. You're that is the barrier of entry to be there. And that's pretty small considering all the work that goes into it. So please donate, help these beneficiaries out. It goes way longer than you think it does. But on that note, guys, keep the muddy side down, shiny side up. Thank you.
Cheers.
See ya.
See ya. But I